Hello, everybody. Gonna make this go away, maybe? Yes, there we go. Hi. Hi. As you can see, I'm in a new locale this morning. Or rather, it's an old one. Ugh, this light is doing nothing for me, though. Oh, well, here we are. It is, yeah, so as you can see, my thumbnail, I claimed to be in editing hell. I will admit that that was kind of a guess that I made last week because I was told that the supervisor was going to have a look at my submission over the weekend and tell me whether it was good, whether what I needed to edit. So I kind of reckon that might be in editing hell by this point now. I haven't heard anything from her yet, but I haven't checked it this morning. So my first sprint is going to be finding out whether I am indeed in editing hell or whether I am still stuck in purgatory. I gotta say, I'm not particularly looking forward to the editing. So on the one hand, I'm not gonna cry too much about it if it isn't ready to do. On the other hand, I'm leaving to go to Spain to do the top surgery thing in like 5 days. 5 days. Hmm. Hmm. Don't know about that one. Okay. That is I think what I want is your good vibes. I would like any good vibes sent. I want to open my email. I want to find out that there are, that it's been done. I know what I have to do, and the things I have to do are not many. That's what I want. What I really, really want. I don't know how likely it is, but we'll find out. In any case, I'm going to set us up for the first sprint of the day. Let people filter in and let me find out what my fate is. Grab video file. Alright. 10-minute sprint in 3, 2, 1. good news. I do have at least some of the edits back. I don't know quite how extensive it's going to be, but I'll have something to work on, which is good. Which is good. Go away. I made myself big. Yes, that's a bit better. That's a bit better. Okay. Yeah. So far, I've opened. I've had a look. Most of it so far does indeed seem to be the standard kind of copy edity stuff. So I can work through that. I can get it all ready, and hopefully later she will send me the rest of it, and that will be good. Yeah. I have also a slight problem in that I did not. I did not. So, for those of you who might be watching from elsewhere, there is a bank holiday, a public holiday, on sort of in or around the 1st of April. So this year it fell yesterday on the Monday, which was good, lovely. Problem is, I usually get my meds on the 1st of the month, and the 1st of the month was a Sunday, so the chemist was shut. And the second of May was bank holiday, so the chemist was shut. So I have now worked my way through all of my drugs, and I don't have any. And I did not get up in time this morning to be able to get them before the stream. So I'm going to be derping my way through this for a little while. And maybe I'll just spend the time doing the more minor of the editing things. And I will also probably call the chemist at some point to make sure that I get the brain pills back in. Yeah. So that is kind of where I am at the moment. I think that the best thing to do is probably going to be to keep going and keep sprinting and just try and power through it with pure momentum and spite. Eight? Eight. So, in that spirit, I am going to grab myself another timer. 25 minutes this time. Okay. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. I am back. I am just gonna make this go away for a minute. There we go. We got a KC. Hello, KC. How are you? How am I? I'm okay. I have been given some edits for chapter 1. I am working my way through those. I am working maybe a little slower than usual because yesterday was a public holiday. The day before that was Sunday. I usually get my meds on the first day of the month. So I sort of ended up a bit caught short. I am moved out of the spare room because my dad wanted it back. So this is my room. Observe my junk. My other junk. Everything hanging up. But it's all right. It's comfy. It's mine. No one can complain a bit about it, so it's all good. How are you today? What are you working on? Is it day job shenanigans or something else? My God, this light is not kind to me. I look like Elon Musk on a bender. I promise you I'm not this unattractive in real life. So I am working very slowly through all of the corrections I've been given. There are some bits that I'm leaving until later when I have medication and therefore a brain. Casey says, I will be very busy this week. Got a meeting on Thursday that will probably take a while, so I got tons of stuff to do before then. Meetings. Why can't they just leave us alone to skive in peace? No, they gotta come in and talk about in a meeting. Is it actually a useful meeting, or is it one of those meetings that's like, this could have been an email? Why? So I say you had a new location. Yeah, it's an old location. I haven't been to in a while. Yes, running out of meds sucks. Thankfully, I am lucky in that the particular kind of meds that I am taking are not things that, you have to build them up in your system for 2 weeks and they only really start working then, and if you go off them for even a day you feel awful. No, mine are just like, when they are in, they're in, when they're out, they're out. And if you don't take them, you don't get the benefits of them. That's it. Which is, this is fine. It just means it's I'm maybe a little bit less with the fine detail work than I normally would be with chemical assistance. But I drag myself through more years of education than I care to remember without said medication. So, like, I can still do things. It's just slower. I ran out of my anxiety meds a couple months ago because the doctor's office took forever to fill it. Luckily, I was only off from a day, but that day sucked. Yeah. Any sort of, like, all of the SSRIs, SNRIs, all of those sort of class of things are very much in the, you have to take them for at least 2 weeks, otherwise they're not in your system, and they just make you kind of ill. And if you go off them, the discontinuation effects are unpleasant until the drug is fully out of your system. Yeah, Lexapro. I never remember, because I started off working in the NHS and HSE, which is our sort of public service health thing, kind of usually uses the same thing. I only know the generic name for everything. I know Lexapro is something in that range, but without knowing the generic name, I don't know which it is. It confuses me. No, I am on methylphenidate, Ritalin. So yeah, that it is also a reuptake inhibitor, but it is dopamine and norepinephrine. Citalopram. Yeah. SNRI. Yeah. They can be unpleasant. The old discontinuation effects, and unpleasant on the way in as well. Not as bad as some of the older ones. For some people, that was kind of why they became a thing. The side effects were a little bit less rough than citalopram for some people. Never remember the generic name. Yeah, you wouldn't. It's just one of those things where you kind of remember the one that you're exposed to. And in the US system, it tends to be much more of the. And drugs have more brand name recognition over there, from what I have heard, because you guys get ads for them. You're not allowed to advertise prescription medication here in the same way. So we don't have ads about them on TV. So your average person, not a clue. Unless they take the medication themselves, or someone in the family takes it, wouldn't know what to call it. So I learned all of mine by looking at people's files. So I know the generic ones. God, the drug companies come up with weird names for them, though, don't they? I saw one at one point that was like a comparison of like prescription meds to obscure Lord of the Rings characters, and you could guess which one was which. I was very lucky that I was a perfect match first time. Didn't have tons of side effects, and meds did what they were supposed to do pretty effectively. Awesome sauce. I am also in that very lucky club. Like the psychiatrist I saw when I went on these meds first was like, oh wow, somebody who actually responds like the textbooks say. In this, I didn't really have any side effects to speak of. It didn't mess with my sleep. It didn't even mess with my appetite. And I sort of became much less fidgety almost immediately, and it was really useful. Yeah, it is a shame, but yeah, apparently our brains are so wonderfully varied in so very many ways that it's actually quite difficult to find chemicals that are going to work right for everybody. Different meds have different hit rates, but maybe one day, with like knowing a bit more about brains, and I've seen some people do interesting things, genetic profiling things. Maybe at some point we'll be able to match people and not have a whole bunch of people have to go through 5 meds before they figure out what's going on. Yeah, crazy how different a person I've become over the last 2 years because I'm finally on meds. Definitely for the better. Oh, I'm really glad you've had such a good experience. Mine was in some ways similar in that, when the thing I compare it to is like I put glasses on for the first time. It's like, oh, I can see things I could not see before. That's really handy. And that made life a bit less stressful. I'm really gonna be interested to see what happens after this, because I started taking meds at a time where I was uh, uh, doing this course that's probably one of the most difficult things I've ever done, especially in that kind of executive functioning kind of a way. And then in the middle of it, decided to open the box, or rather, the box started spilling out with regard to gender stuff, and I was working, and then there was a pandemic, and there was all this other stuff. So I'm going to be interested to see, sort of, once I clear the decks of kind of other things, what effect does it have? I'm not saying I'm healed by any means, but definitely able to regulate my emotions better, says Casey. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's, I mean, that's a really useful thing day to day. I mean, feeling dysregulated all the time is really difficult to live with. So I'm really glad that you found something that sort of takes the edge off, and hopefully there will be other things that you will pick up as you go that will also help that little bit and that little bit. And healing's a weird thing where it comes to brains. As you know, it's harder sometimes to see, because you're using the thing that you process information with to see how you're doing. And it's looking at itself. So sometimes you look back and you're like, I didn't, it's not that different. And I feel that myself. And I'm like, oh, it'll be interesting to see when I've dealt with everything else. And then I'm like, over the weekend, I like totally cleared out 2 rooms and like cleaned them. And maybe not every bit of everything, but like to a reasonable standard. And I'm like, I could not have done that in a weekend before without going completely off track. That is not a thing I could have done. So I'm a Cancer moon and sun, so emotions are my thing. Yeah, sometimes just an emotional fish, as my mom would say. My sister is an emotional fish. Thanks to my Sagittarius rising, I can laugh about my trauma. My therapist is on training. I went to therapy for a while, and my therapist would always give out to me for that. Apparently, I was supposed to like express my pain and like process it, and not just make fun of it. We got there. She made me cry a lot. Totally get that. There's so many things I didn't have the capacity to do back in the day that I can't do now. Yeah. It's only kind of when you stop and think sometimes. Like, hey, wait, I can do that thing now. That you notice it. Yeah, I think that in a lot of ways, especially in the old brain pan department, healing and growing are kind of not so easy to distinguish. So whichever you choose to call it, I hope you have a lifetime of it. The process is non-linear and doesn't really end as such, but anything where you can take a fork out of yourself and restore some function sounds good to me. Speaking of functioning, I think yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm a lot better at some of those things too than I used to be. Work in progress. We're getting better. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's good. That's really good. And I think work in progress is all any of us hope to be as humans. But yes, as I was saying, functioning, doing a thing, definitely. Not getting distracted again. Probably getting distracted again, but that's okay. We're going to go for another sprint. Sprint. Okay, ready. In three, two, one. I'm back. Oh God, I left myself unmuted. I'm very sorry. Where are we? How are we doing? Hi, everybody. Oh, we got more people. Hello, people. Casey was saying that they got better around setting boundaries, which is always a very good thing. Kind of people taking all your energy and your time. This is good. We've got a Keenan. Hello, Keenan. Good to see you. We've got a Kibby. Hey, not seen you in ages. How are you doing? You funky psychic stoner witch lesbian cool person. Horns is all good. Got Casey saying hi. Casey says, "Don't be sorry. I don't mind background noise." Yeah, background noise tends to drive me cracked. So I do go a little bit when I realize I've been imposing it on others. But I'm glad that I didn't throw you off too much. I am currently fighting Microsoft Word. I almost wish that it still had the clippy thing so that I could have a face to hate, but no, it's just for the last like 5 minutes solid, there's been this random text box that has appeared from nowhere, does not respond to any of my attempts to cut or delete it. It just wants to hang out there in midair and exist and throw off the formatting and will not go away. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're not well. Healing vibes if you want them. Got an Oscar. Hey, 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 hey. How are things? Casey is also sending give vibes to Kitty. I wonder if there's still a clippy plugin. Yeah. I'm sure it's still somebody is enough of a masochist that they will have done that somewhere. I mean, though it is maybe Clippy is a bridge too far. No, I've been on the internet too long. Masochism. The internet is full of masochism, and someone will have put Clippy back in. I don't actually want Clippy back in. I just want that bloody text box to go away. Why? It's an indestructible empty text box. What's that even for? I remember having the black kitten in high school. Oh, he's a scribbly kitten. Oh, that was quite cute. That was very cool. Thanks, guys. Not my health. Ran from an abusive ex, and she sold everything I owned in revenge. Now in Virginia, trying to figure things out. Oh, I'm so sorry, Kibby. That sucks. I mean, I hope that you are. I hope that you're safe. That wherever you are, you have some support out there in Virginia. If there's anything that me or my lovely people in chats can do to help you, if you got a GoFundMe or anything, do feel free to drop it. Anything we can do to help you get back on your feet, I'm sure people here will be very happy to oblige. That's why I had to shut everything down. Yeah, that sucks. I've been just so out of the loop in the last while. I didn't even notice because I've had my head under a rock. But oh damn, Damn. Casey's saying, wow, it's a lot. Seriously, so proud of you for leaving your situation. Really hope things get better. GoFundMe's not a bad idea. I'm getting desperate. Yeah, no, seriously. Like, you got a community here that will help you. There's a community on your channel. We will want to get you back on your feet. I know you're a resourceful lady. It ain't going to take much. But we got to be here for each other. Us internet weirdos got to stick together. Yes. Oscar also saying, glad you're out. Yeah, I mean, at least I guess the silver lining of that situation is you are out at a state away. that is a better situation than being near her. Yeah, Oscar. I think this is a personal glitch. This is something that hasn't happened before. It's just I tried to edit something so that the formatting would work, and it appears to have generated out of nowhere. So I have no idea what it is, or whether it was always there and I couldn't see it. I don't know. But it definitely doesn't happen on every document. Don't rub it in. Don't rub it in. But yeah, hearts all around. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's pretty heavy. Really heavy stuff this morning. But do shout. Oscar says, if you're in Italy, we put you up a place to stay. I know how bad an ex can mess you up, even when they don't sell your things. Yeah. You're coming out all shell shocked and not really sure what to do with yourself. Thanks to support, everyone. Well, I need a paying part-time job more than everything. I got 4 bags to my name. Have to replace everything. Wow. Oscar Winter. I've got a fam in Italy and Ireland. I got a plane ticket. Don't tempt me. I mean, if you've got, you see, I don't know about the Italian situation. I know over here, if you have an Irish grandparent, you can apply for citizenship, or at least you can apply for a passport and get citizenship and when you move here and stuff. So that is that might actually be an option if you are in that position and you have the documentation. If you aren't, I'd say it's real expensive. From what I know of the process, immigration, it's hard, and it is particularly. I mean, if you're coming from the EU or the UK, it's just sort of just getting here. But if you don't have the connection, you then have to pay for visas and the naturalization process. That can get very expensive quite quickly. But if you do, I'll show you around. If you got somewhere to stay. My day job's online. Starting to think that I'd need a passport, which is $300. If you have somewhere to stay on the other side and you have figured out what your kind of visa situation would be, that could be a good thing for a GoFundMe. as a nice, small, defined number. I'd say lots of people would chip in for that. It wouldn't take too many people to chip in for it to add up to that. I've got some encouragement here in the chat for you start in Italy. Can't get citizenship yet, even when I'm married. Have to wait 5 years to like apply. Thanks, Brexit. Oh, that sucks. It sucks so bad. I am very lucky that my partner, when she moves over, she's still in the common travel area, so we don't have to worry about her being able to work. But oh boy, I've got friends who've gone through the process. It's not fun. Once the baby's born, I think they reduced it to 3 years, but not sure. I have a residency. Yeah. I think it's shorter over here in general, but and I think having a spouse shortens it. I'm not sure. I have to go and look that up. I should know this. I was thinking GoFundMe passport too. Yep. But you can have a 90-day holiday, enough time to sort yourself out. Ooh, that sounds tempting. That sounds pretty good. Hey, there's a question. Oscar, is weed legal in Italy? Because it's not legal here. I mean, you can still get it, but just a thing that I think Kippy might want to know. Not a bad idea. Gonna start doing some pro and con sheets. Good luck. Sending you all the good vibes from Casey. Yeah. Good vibes. Good vibes. You'll all send them, and once you have some kind of a donation bucket of some kind, let me know. I'll sling it up here and my link tree and stuff like that, so that people can contribute. No, it's not legal, but we have shops which sell it. How do you get away with that? Yeah, here you'd kind of have to just know somebody who knows a guy, kind of thing. Can't get him this little village though. You'd have to go to the city. Not many high old men and women. Yes, thank you. Yes, my weed is my med, so that is something to consider. Yeah, I mean, I am sure that you are a resourceful woman, and I mean, I'm not saying that I know anybody who sells weed. I am, in fact, saying I don't know anybody who sells weed. But I think if I really needed to find somebody, I'm sure I could ask some people could ask some people, and information could be conveyed. Someone has to know, right? My friends are cool. I get that requirement. When we eventually move out of Texas, a legal state is a must. Yeah. I'm hoping that we're gonna legalize it fairly soon. Just wouldn't want to leave Kibby high and dry, or not high and dry, as the case may be. Over having to buy for my plug. Yeah, legit. It can be sketchy out there, and you don't know sometimes who you're supporting, which can be a little bit less than satisfactory. Much nicer to have a local dispensary you can just walk in and select your preferred strain from. Found the potheads always find each other. It doesn't take much to find a new dealer. Lol. yeah. It's one of those things. It is one of those things. But yeah, Kibby, do if you do find yourself thinking about an Irish move, feel free to hit me up. I know people who have done the process from the States. Yeah, good few of them. So I could certainly ask around and find some advice if there's anything that you are interested in, curious about, wary of. I will endeavor to dig that information up for you. One of them tells this whole house was being watched. Super sketch. Oh, things you do not want. Things you do not want. Ugh. Well, yes, brain picking. Brain picking can be a thing. Well, I am looking at the time and it is at 10 to 2. I'm thinking my meds might be ready down the chemist. So I might just go and get those. So that would mean ending the stream. But it would also mean having a bit more brain with which to do the rest of these edits. And I think, much as I love y'all, I'm going to choose the extra brain capacity. So I will be back on Thursday to do more edits in your general direction. In between then, like, subscribe, buy a psychic reading from Kibby if you can afford it. Take your meds, drink water. You didn't spread it all. Oh well. Oh yeah, these things happen. These things happen. Maybe I should start streaming later. But yes, go get meds. I will see you all on Thursday. Thanks for being here. Thanks for sprinting with me, those of you who did. Thanks for talking with me, those of you who chatted. And I'll see you all later.